Hey guys, hello and welcome to Fulton Street Beats. Screwing around with the Stevie Vaughan, a guitar, my clone. This has been a project that I've been working on, and we're missing a string, as you can see. So, looks like we got to order some more strings. Ran into a mishap tuning, and of course that happens sometimes, but we keep it real here. If you want to stick around and watch this video, what I want to do is show you how I set up my action and string height. Real simple, as long as you got a gauge. I use a cheap cardboard Donner gauge that came with one of my guitars. And what I like to do is set my action up because of the radius of the frets. I set my action here on this last fret. And usually when I get done, I don't have any fret buzz. And if I do, I know there's an issue A with frets, B with the neck, or C with the nut. So as long as our action is set here, we always should be pretty good to go, as long as we don't have any fret buzz up top. And the reason that is because we don't get any bow in this part of the neck once it meets the body. All of our bow in the neck should be in the center if it's correct and we got a properly working truss rod. So as long as the finished result is you want to have a good height that's comfortable for you. Yes, you can go lower if you're capable of doing it with medium jumbo frets. This height, I'll show you in the video, is about right, and it's real simple to do. This is an actual, just so you know, to keep this in perspective, this is a Glarry Strat that has been kind of heavily modified with a lot of Fender parts. Actual Fender bridge, reversed. It's been routed for the left-handed bridge. Fender electronics. The neck, however, is a Glarry neck, of course, but it does say Fender on the end here. I'm debating on upgrading the neck to an actual Fender neck, but this one honestly plays so good, I'm having a hard time doing it because I have took the time to shave the neck. I got a video about that out. A lot of people disagree with shaving the neck, but I don't like a baseball bat neck. So next upgrade on this guitar will probably be the tuners, although if I can find a decent Fender neck at a reasonable price, I'll put one on, but I see no point in putting a Fender neck on a guitar that plays perfectly. And paying a fortune for it anyhow. If I can get one reasonable, yeah, I'd do it for aesthetic purposes, but that's about it because this neck plays amazing. These frets are amazing, and it's a great sounding playing guitar. So without any further ado, let's get to that video. Very quick, very simple setup here. Later on, maybe we can get into other stuff, but honestly, the neck is so right on this, I really can't show you on this. Maybe we can get into a video about truss rod adjustment, but this is where you want to start. At least this is where I like to start, is setting the action up by the neck pickup and going from there. Because if this is correct, if this height from the bridge to here is correct and your action is here, the rest in between can be set afterwards. And I hope that makes sense. All right, here's that video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. This is my Stevie Vaughan clone. This started out as a Glarry Strat, and I've been doing upgrades. I have routed out for the left-handed trim. This has an actual Fender tremolo in it with a gold bar. Upgraded the electronics. We have Fender pickups. We have the proper gold jack, and we even have a Fender logo on the neck. Now, I've been contemplating changing the neck on this. As you can see, I've antiqued the neck to give it a dark appearance because this was a light maple and a worn appearance. However, if I do come across a proper neck for it that is reasonable, I will put one on. But this one really plays nice, so that's why I'm hesitant to do it. Today I'm going to set the action a little bit better. And I just use a card. Donner, if you ever bought a Donner guitar, they send you these cards. So I'm going to check my action here. And it is by spec just a touch low. So I'm going to raise the action on this one just a little bit. And I do have a bit of fret buzz, but not a lot. And I'm just going to go down through and make sure the action is set on all the strings. Now, if you're watching this and you don't like the way I do it, you definitely can move along and to go to another channel. This is my methods and these are what works for me. And there we are. And that is set to spec. And now we're going to do the same thing with this second string. And you want your saddle height to be about the same. There we go. And this should eliminate any fret buzz that I was having. I never did set this up. I was just playing it. I never set it up properly anyhow. And you want to do it in small increments. My goal is to have the string height the same on each string. And this one here is very close. Very close. Then move on to the last, not the last one, but next to the last. Also very close. So what's my height on the last fret? I'm doing 0.150 inches or less, depending. This last one's almost on the money. They're all very close. Okay, now I'm just going to go down through and double check them. And then if I need to make adjustments after this, I'll make it to the neck itself. Now this action seems maybe a touch high. Let's lower it. There we are. There we are. Double check everything and make sure that when you're doing these screws that they have a little tension on them, because if they're too sloppy, they'll loosen up on you. There you go. And don't rest on, make sure your hand's not resting on the strings as you do this either. Beautiful. So this is a little bit low. And the reason I do these the same across is because it's on, of course, the frets are got a small radius to it. And now I'm going to check. Okay. Oh, we are good there. Okay, just the way I was touching it. Nope, you just gotta press harder, of course, on those the high frets. My finger in there. You want to make sure you have no buzzing. Okay, there we go. Action is set beautifully. Now we'll just go tune it. And there you go. But here's a look at this baby. And I've been doing a lot of upgrades to it, and it's a relatively fun guitar. And as you can see, left-handed trem. And then this is why I want to change the headstock, because we got a Fender logo on here. Of course, you got to keep up appearances. But it's the wrong shape, although it is a great... I have shaved this neck also. So... And I haven't changed the tuners yet. That is next. The electronics are Fender vintage. And it's a cool sounding guitar. And I hope you guys like this quick episode of setting up the trem real quick. As long as you got a gauge, set it up. You're going to know after you set it up. Some people do this differently. I make sure it's set up there because you don't get any flex in this area up here when you adjust your neck. All your flex is in the middle, and it's going to bow it one way or the other. So you're safe if you set your action here, then you have something to go by. So you know if you have a problem, it's either going to be with the neck itself, being one direction or the other too much, or at the nut itself. So I hope this helps. Thanks, guys.